Good morning. This is the next round of the Patriot Football League playoffs, season 29, the 2048 playoffs. Billings at home defeated Dallas 38-24 to advance to face the number 2 seed in the league this year, the Texas Division champ, San Antonio. Billings comes in here at 11-3-1 to face the 10-3-1 San Antonio Stars. San Antonio, let's go back here and see our final standings. San Antonio finished 10-3-1, head of the Texas Division with 21 points. They scored 262, gave up 196. That's the best in the league. They are the number 1 scoring defense in football, plus 66 point differential. The Billings Bison won the Big Sky Division. They were a wild card, though, based on tiebreakers, as they had lost to San Antonio earlier in the season. They scored 344, gave up 233. They're a plus 111. But they're going to have their work cut out for them today. I will predict Billings to win this by 3 points. However, we play to find out. Billings comes in here matching up their offense versus San Antonio's number 1 defense. They're going to be a B on the charts today. San Antonio all year struggling on offense. They are a D versus Billings C. So D versus C is D. Whoops, yeah, D. I got it right. Okay. So San Antonio literally has done it with defense all year. And this is maybe where things break in the Alamo Dome here in San Antonio, Texas. This is our score chart. This is for an event. If an event occurs, this is our touchdown number. So let's find out. San Antonio, by the nature of my rules, we're playing the... this is the latest Football Time Revised 3rd edition. This can be found in paperback on Lulu, this particular version. The definitive edition, which you saw me play earlier this morning with the D66 full simulator, this can be purchased off Lulu in ebook, and you can print it yourself. I used to sell this book with a wraparound cover, beautiful color paper, with all of the phases. I used to sell this in paperback. It's now just available in ebook. I figure more people want to have it in ebook. For some reason, they're not willing to buy books. So I'm only keeping certain books available to be purchased in paperback. I think ebook is a better service to customers, for all kinds of customers, those who want to play digitally, those who want to print and play. But I think when it comes to quality control, my being able to provide paperback books from Lulu is quality control. So anyway, long story short, I think though most people want ebooks. All right. With that said, let's get playing here and let's find out. San Antonio, by the nature of these rules, 16 possession game. San Antonio is home. We'll get the ball first and we'll get the ball last, and that is an advantage, at least as far as knowing what you need to win. And here we go. It's going to be 5. Wow, so D5 is a touchdown right there. San Antonio is going to score, and 13 is the touchdown. Quarterback post pass to the wide receiver. That is Potts, who did not have a great year. He is not a great quarterback. Potts with a post pass to the wide receiver. Duray was one of the top 5 receivers, though, in the league. Extra point is good. And San Antonio in the Alamo Dome drive right down the field and draw first blood, putting Billings on notice that you are going to have to beat this top defense. 3 on B for them is a punt. Uh-oh, Billings already struggling in the Alamo Dome. Here we go. San Antonio's final possession is another touchdown. 16. Wow, so 12 and 5 is 17. Wide receiver end round. Holy cow, Duray, who was the 5th best receiver in football, with a wide receiver run. It's a jet sweep, PAT. Holy cow, Billings now chasing ghosts against the best scoring defense in football. 2, punt. They're going to end the first half. Billings 0, San Antonio 14. The fans here in Texas on their feet, absolutely ecstatic, as they have secured the first quarter with a 14-point lead. San Antonio starts the second quarter. Touchdown, San Antonio, 7-8-9. It's a butt-kicking run. Dupree, who was one of the top backs in the league, Dupree Matter of fact, what little offense San Antonio had, Dupree was really it, as Potts was not very good. Dupree with a run TD. PAT is good, and this team, which struggled to score all year, has put up 21 points in the first half as Billings gets sideswiped by San Antonio. Billings still trying to score. They do. They finally get it, but they're going to miss the PAT. 7. They score 6-7. Is a quarterback sideline pass to their wide receiver. That's going to be Green, who threw 2 touchdowns last week, with a sideline pass to their top man, Watts. But they're going to fail the PAT. Holy cow, San Antonio. The crowd roars as it just gets worse as Billings thinks they're going to close the gap, and then they miss the PAT. San Antonio touchdown. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. 16. Quarterback screen pass. Potts. What the hell's going on? It's a screen to the running back, Dupree, in a PAT, and that's going to do it for San Antonio unless they score on an event. The final drive of the first half, Billings 6, touchdown Billings 14. Quarterback seam pass to their running back, so it's going to be Green finding their back. That is Douglas on a seam route to the back as he floats out on a Texas route, rolls out behind the linebackers, but carries up the seam, and he just dumps it down the middle of the field. PAT's good, folks. 13 for Billings. Dupree and Potts, 14 more. 28-13 at halftime. How do you come back on that? The one thing they knew they would be facing was a brilliant defense. Unfortunately, they have completely done what they cannot afford to do, and they've allowed San Antonio to score 28 points. How do you beat a team that has a brilliant defense when you're giving up 28 first half points? Well, you give a pep talk. The pep talk from Willie Jackson. They've got a brilliant defensive lineman in Bjork, who's one of the top in the league, Borghese. They've got a fantastic running back in Douglas. But you know what, folks? When they're not outside in that cold weather, maybe it's a difference maker for this team as the San Antonio Stars here in the Alamo Dome. So Willie Jackson's going to give him a pep talk, tell him, hey guys, just go out, execute, let's try to get points quickly, and then we're going to have to find a way to stop the San Antonio Stars. That's our job as coaches to do that. Billings goes to work coming out of the tunnel, and it's going to be a punt. Oh man, the thing they cannot do is just keep turning the ball over, and it's going to be 2. It's going to be an event. 2. Quarterback picked off. Potts shows up. This is what he did all year, turning it over. Picked off by Kleinhaus. Kleinhaus intercepts it, giving them a B grade. They already had a B grade, folks, so Billings didn't really benefit from that except taking the ball away. And they're going to score a touchdown, and it's a made extra point. They're going to get 7 again. That sideline pass. So this is Green with that sideline pass again to the wide receiver, Watts. So they are not covering Watts on the sideline. PAT's good this time, though. San Antonio, the end of the third quarter, what can they do? 6. They're going to get a field goal. So field goal for Kundrick, who was one of the top place kickers. He was the number 1 place kicker last year. This year he was in the top 5. He's going to score a field goal. So Kleinhaus picked off Kundrick. So San Antonio makes it 31. But we get a sideline pass. It's 20-31. This game is not over yet, folks. All right, Billings starting the fourth quarter. What are they going to do? They're going to punt. It makes the game damn near over unless there's a pick 6 event. San Antonio 2 is an event. 2, another interception. Potts trying to add to the score. Well, you can't blame, and that's going to be Kleinhaus. Wow, Kleinhaus with 2 picks for the defense. They're going to get the B grade, but they already had it. So Billings' final drive of the game. 4 is going to be another touchdown. This one, 9. 9 is running back. So it's going to be Douglas, one of the best backs in our last 2 years. Douglas with a run TD, failed PAT, and we're going to onside it. Remember, the onside is a D5. No, they don't get it. So San Antonio, we're going to go ahead and roll for them because it could still be a pick 6 or something. San Antonio is an event. San Antonio is an event. 4, quarterback is sacked, DL, and fumbles the ball away. So we're going to end up with Potts, strip, sack, fumble, lost 2. And the sack was by the DL and the recovered by the linebacker. Holy cow. Klein Haas, fumble recovery, has had 3 turnovers today, 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery, and it's not enough, as that is going to end the game. As punt, interception, Potts intercepted by Klein Haas. Douglas gets a touchdown run but fells the extra point. Potts then is strip sack fumbled. Wow, so too little too late. Billings turns on the defense, but they gave up unprecedented 28 points in the first half for this San Antonio offense, putting the league on notice that they might have figured things out for this playoffs. However, second half, we see why San Antonio is not very good, with 3 turnovers in the second half. 26-31. It turned out to be a ball game, folks. 11-4-1 and 11-3-1. San Antonio is going to the PFL Bowl. Holy cow. So we got 26-31, 11-4-1 and 11-3-1, and the PFL 29 Bowl is going to feature, San Antonio could actually be at home. If Omaha shocks the world and upsets 12-1-1 Carolina, San Antonio, the Alamo Dome, will host the PFL Bowl. That would be a huge deal for San Antonio. Unbelievable. So San Antonio doesn't do it with defense. They do it with offense in the first half, and they actually do enough. Technically, had they scored their normal numbers, this would have been a 26-14 game. But you can see San Antonio rose up at home to keep those Stars fans happy. And that, folks, is the third playoff game. The fourth one coming up is number 5 Omaha and number 1 Carolina. I'll be doing that with a full simulator. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.